Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome. So today I'm here to film something very exciting. I say that all the time, but today I'm equally excited to film. So I'm going to be testing out the new Star Wars and Colourpop collaboration, which came out on May the 4th, and of course I don't live in LA, so it's taken a bit of time for it to come here. I got it today, which is the 18th, and yeah, I got my delivery. I'm so excited to show you guys what I got. I'm going to be trying on as much as possible, swatching and all that usual stuff. So yeah, it came in this really beautiful box that Colourpop always deliver in. Yeah, so today is the 18th and it actually turned up quite quickly if you think about it, because normally when I order from Colourpop it sometimes can take up to 2 weeks, but those 2 weeks are like, you know, 1 week is for like shipping and stuff, and then actually it getting to me is even longer. But I was very happy, nothing is broken. I picked up quite a few items. I'm gonna put this beautiful box on the floor and then I'll show you guys what I got. So the first thing that I purchased, which is not Star Wars related, which is actually a lip oil. I've been really into lip oils recently, and I really wanted to try one, and someone recommended that I try Colourpop's one, so I got the shade Bengal. So I'm really excited to try this. I'm not going to use it today because I do have a lip product part of the Star Wars collection, so next time I'll just use that, or I'll use it off camera and let you guys know. So this collection, like I mentioned, came out on May the 4th. It was quite a decent sized collection. They previously have released like Star Wars related items, like they came out with the Mandalorian, the Child palette, recently they came out with the Darth Vader palette. I kind of wish they brought that palette out at the same time as this, because as much as I love the packaging for the Darth Vader palette, when I've tried it a couple of times off camera, it comes off really chalky and it doesn't really look nice. It kind of looks a bit muddy to me. When I saw this collection, I was so excited. I kind of feel like they've done so well. Like Colourpop tend to be quite good with their collaborations because they just have so many licenses that I think that they kind of do really well. This whole collection is just quite reminiscent of A New Hope, which is the first Star Wars movie that came out. And let me just show you guys what I got. So the first thing that I have is one of their jelly shadows. So this is in the shade Protocol. So on the front you get to see R2 and C3PO, which obviously the droids in like every single Star Wars movie, they pop up in them. So yeah, this is essentially like a clear, not a clear shimmer, but it's like a white shimmer basically. I have previously tried their jelly shadows. I think part of their Nightmare for Christmas collection, I did pick up one and I did quite like it. There were 2 shades for this one, so I thought I would pick up this one because I quite like this one. And looking at reviews for these jelly shadows, I have it's been recommended that you don't throw away this plastic top because it keeps it intact. So I will be doing like 2 different looks today, so I'll use one palette and I'll do this. So I'm just going to swatch Protocol. I don't know why I said it like that, Protocol. So yeah, that is pretty shimmery. I mean, it's quite like clear, so I'm hoping it will be quite buildable. So yeah, this was the first product that I picked up, and I think these jelly shadows are about $9. Thing is, this collaboration is a bit more expensive than normal. I'll explain that when I get to the palette. So I had to adjust the light slightly because it's quite a weird day today. It's like sunny, now it's like a bit warm and kind of gloomy outside. But yeah, that's me swatching Protocol. So next we have a eyeliner. So I've previously tried one of their red eyeliners, like their friendship eyeliners, I can't remember what they're called. That was really nice, and so I picked up one of the other ones, and this is in the shade Kyber Crystal. So if you're not familiar with Kyber crystals, they are basically the crystal that goes into a lightsaber to get it working basically. So when I saw this, I think there were also like 2 shades. This is a blue tone, so I'm actually quite excited to see how this works. I kind of want to use the jelly shadow and this together because I want to see how they work on top of each other. So yeah, it's just a standard plastic kind of applicator, and I just want to see how it works. So yeah, it's quite buildable. It's very shimmery, so it is quite nice. It's kind of like annoying when you've got this massive like product and then the bit at the bottom is all the product. So I mean, I don't know if it's patchy or how well it dries down. I will obviously be giving it a go, so yeah, we'll see how I'll keep it on my hand for like a few minutes, see if it dries down, and if it's like movable, then we'll see. So yeah, now I'm going to go on to, I'll leave the awesome thing to the end. So I got a lipstick, so I got this in the shade Surrender. So as you can see, it has got Darth Vader on there. I did mention in my my initial review that I wish that they did come out with more products in the Darth Vader collection. I guess they were saving it for this. You get 3 different lipstick shades, but this is a red because it's me. Basically, I did like the other shades, but they were a bit too nude tone for me. So you've got the shade Surrender, you've got the really gorgeous packaging. It's kind of like flaking away on the A in the Star Wars section, but it's not too bad. So yeah, it's a gorgeous red. I think it's a matte red, and you've got some beautiful like stars on there. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's there, I promise. So yeah, that's the lipstick. Obviously I will be using that today. And then the main thing that I was most excited for was the eyeshadow palette. So as I mentioned, it's very heavily themed on A New Hope. So this is the cover. Essentially it's called Star Wars, but you know, when the other movies came out, they started calling it New Hope. So you've got this is the outer packaging. It's so beautiful and stunning. I love the inside of the packaging because it's got all the kind of like TIE fighters, and it's got all the, like, you know, the different planes and not planes, but like ships and stuff, I don't know. So yeah, you've got the actual palette itself. This is just like a nice plain kind of cover, and then you open it, you've got the plastic in as well. I like to keep the plastic because I don't want to ruin anything. And yeah, inside you get again the New Hope cover, and you get all the eyeshadows. These shadows are actually really interesting. So initially, like I mentioned with the Darth Vader palette, it was a little bit like here and there because it had like one random red, and then it had like a lot of like nuder, deeper tones. And I think this one you can do a whole lot more with it, which is why I'm so excited to try it. I think today I am going to I might do a red tone because my lips are going to be red. So I know that's kind of like similar to what I always do, but I will have some swatches, so if you want to see what they look like. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of sort myself out. So this so far is not budging, so that's pretty good. I'm going to see what it's like because I'm going to use a wipe to get rid of it, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, yeah, so it came off like really easily. Like I just used a wet wipe, well, makeup remover wipe essentially, and yeah, it's all gone, like no issues. So I'm going to start off on the eyes today. So I'm going to start off with the palette. Like I mentioned, I'm going to do a red one just because why not. Next time I will probably do like a blue look because there's so many varieties. This black I think could be quite stunning. I'm going to stay away from it because I'm not very good when it comes to black eyeshadow. I've got something in my eye, so annoying, but let's get on with it because I don't want to be here all day like just putting on this makeup. So I also love the names. The names are like work so well when it comes to like the theme of all of this basically. So you've got Galactic Empire, you've got Republic, you've got First Mate, New Hope, Hyperdrive. You get the gist of it basically. So I am going to start off with let's go in with Republic. So that is here. A lot of these might not be eye safe, so essentially that just means that they're just like pressed pigments or something, so that means they're going to be prone to staining your eyes. If you're not happy with that, then obviously you know, there's always a recommendation of using an eye base, so that can help you to not get your eyes stained. I'm not using an eye base today just because I just want to see how they perform. And honestly, that when it comes to Colourpop, they're very hit and miss for me because some of their previous palettes I absolutely love. Like I do have the Child palette. I don't have the Mandalorian one just because the tones are a bit meh, like they're green tones, but they're not like my favorite type of green tones. They're just kind of like muddy type of green, but still it's nice. Like the packaging is really nice. And with the Child palette that I purchased, it one of the shades like broke. I think it was one of their kind of like shimmery tones. It just kind of, I used it a couple of times and then I think maybe it might have fallen on the floor, something happened, but it kind of just smashed. And one of the last times I used it, it all just fell on the floor. So I had something in my eye which is still really annoying me, and I've just been blending just a little bit also because I'm learning in the sense of I need to like blend my eyeshadows a bit more because I had a few people kind of like, why don't you blend your eyeshadows? And I've always said this, like, I'm not like a professional, I'm not like an MUA or anything clearly, but I just am learning when it comes to like putting on my eyeshadow, so I'm slowly kind of getting the grasp of, you know, good eyeshadow application. So yeah, this first shade, Republic, is very nice. It's kind of like a purplish red tone, if that makes any sense. So you can obviously see that it's got a different type of tone to it, so it's not specifically just like part of the red group, if you know what I mean. So yeah, but when it comes to this collection, I was so happy that Colourpop were finally coming out with one. There's been so many brands that have come out with Colourpop, I mean, no, sorry, like with Star Wars like ideas, but none of them have really kind of like appealed to me. Like, there was the Pat McGrath one that I think came out just before Rise of Skywalker came out, but that was kind of a bit too expensive for me, especially when it comes to like Pat McGrath. Like, her eyeshadow palettes are not exactly the most affordable, so at the time I couldn't obviously afford it, and I think it might have sold out so quickly anyway. But I just do think that this collection is pretty interesting so far. Next I'm gonna probably go in with I'm really intrigued by this shimmer. I really want to see what it's like, so I kind of want to try a bit of Galactic Empire and then go with Outer Rim, just to see, because again, we're experimenting here, because there's not enough red tone for me to do like a crazy look today, and this red is very reminiscent of the Darth Vader red in that palette. So I mean, this is very pigmented as well, so I'm gonna try and see how much I can put on and blend it in with the first one. But yeah, if you picked up this collection, let me know what you got, because I mean, I picked up one thing from each category because I didn't want to get the whole collection. I don't have like that much money to spend when it comes to like makeup and all that, and to be honest, I was just like, what I got I'm kind of happy with, because I don't want to buy it, try it once and then it just sit there, which tends to happen with a lot of my makeup. But I think when it comes to like Star Wars and collaborations that I really like, I feel like I can pick up at least one of each item and it would, like, I'd be happy with that. And to be honest, I think I managed to get to like the free shipping aspect because I bought that lip oil as well. I mean, saying that, this palette was £24. I think I forgot to mention $24.99, and that tends to be kind of more in the expensive range when it comes to Colourpop. I think the most expensive Colourpop palette that I've purchased is the Kathleen Lights one. I'm gonna go in with Outer Rim now. Let me swatch it first. Yeah, because oh my god, that is so soft. Yeah, because at the time I really loved watching Kathleen Lights' video. That is so stunning. Wow. And so it was on sale and I picked it up, but it's one of those bigger palettes, and I think because this is a big collaboration, essentially it's a Disney collaboration, because Star Wars is owned by Disney, even though, yeah, it's on the box, so I mean that's just a given information anyway. But I feel like, let me use a different brush. Obviously they've done so many Disney collaborations that this one is just great. Should I use a brush? Yeah, I'm gonna use a brush first and then I'll go in with my finger to see what happens afterwards. But yeah, this palette, like £24, I was a bit like, this is like one of the main things that I want anyway, so I was kind of happy that I could get it, and I literally got it as it went on sale because I was working in the day, and this went on sale in the UK at like 6 p.m. so I was already like home at the time when I was waiting for it to be on sale. And I don't know if it's sold out, to be honest, but check their website, because obviously Colourpop always tend to have quite a lot like when they order, like for the initial launch. But because May the 4th is already like gone now, I don't know if the hype is gone, but I've not seen many people review this. So I've seen one or two people just like chat and do swatches, but yeah, I thought I would just obviously give this a go myself, and I'm happy that I did. It's just a shame that when brands bring out collections, and especially if you live like in another country from where they're sold, you can't get your video out as quick as possible. So obviously I had to wait a few weeks, but you know, I'm just happy. And that shade is pretty stunning. It's a mixture of like red and purple and it's just got a nice kind of shimmer to it, so I do quite like that. I think I've kind of messed up on this side slightly, but I might just be able to clean that up with a beauty sponge. So first impressions of this palette, pretty nice. I mean, I'm really intrigued by this shade. Let me just give it a swatch as well. Of course I'll do the swatch that you would have probably already seen, but because obviously I swatch all my stuff afterwards, oh that's nice, I don't know at the moment. So yeah, this look, let me now go on to the lips because I want to do obviously this and the eyeliner afterwards. So yeah, let me go in with this lipstick now. So like I mentioned, this is the matte shade Surrender, and yeah, there were two other lipsticks, I can't remember what they were called, but I just love this because it's a red. And yeah, let's just get this on. I'm sorry that you can probably hear my fan, it's just really hot today and I'm already sweating, so let's get this on. Ooh, very creamy, smells really nice as well. I don't have a lip liner, so that's annoying on my end, it's my own fault. That is really nice. I've obviously made a complete mess. I forgot to mention as well, they came out with some lip glosses. I'm not a lip gloss person, so that's why I didn't pick any up. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly like clean this because again I've made a bit of a kerfuffle of it, but you know what, this lipstick I've tried Colourpop lipsticks before. They are really nice. It's just when it comes to bullet lipsticks, I'm not like the biggest fan of them because the longevity just doesn't really work for me. So when I use lipsticks, I want to use them for a really long time, and obviously this is going to transfer onto anything that I drink or eat. But so far this is like 2 parts of the collection. What do you guys think? Let me know, and then I'm gonna actually kind of go off camera, take this off, and then we'll go into the jelly shadow and the eyeliner. Okay, so it took me quite a few minutes to get rid of everything. You can probably see some of the eyeshadow still like there, but I try to scrub as much as possible. So that's what it means when it's like kind of pressed pigment, so you will get some kind of transfer onto the eyes. It's my own fault, but you know, I knew what I was gonna do. So now we're gonna go on to the jelly shadow, and I think the best way I might apply this is with like a brush, because I don't really feel comfortable using my fingers. I know my hands are clean, but I still want to be a bit careful, and I'm only going to use like this shadow anyway, and then I'll apply my Kyber Crystal eyeliner on top. So let's go in with the jelly shadow. Very nervous, but I know that it probably won't look too bad because it's just like a jelly like shimmer. So let's see how it goes. This might not be the best brush, but we're gonna see how it goes. So it's gonna tap. Oh, it's like a little disco on my eyes. So let's just tap that down. I know these jelly shadows are really thick, so you do have to kind of tap to get like an even surface, just so it's not like clumpy or anything. So I'm just gonna keep on tapping, and then I'll go onto the other side and then do the same on there really. But if you guys picked up any previous jelly shadows, what are your favorite ones? Because again, I've only tried the one from the Nightmare Before Christmas, and that was kind of like a blackish purple, and I kind of need to use it again because it was such a nice shade, and because it was the first time that I used it, I was a bit like, this is really interesting, and just how it worked. So I might have to pick up some more in the future if any catch my eye, but because I have so many eyeshadow palettes anyway, getting something like this is really kind of like me going out of my comfort zone, which is what I need, I guess, these days, because when it comes to like typical eyeshadows, again, I'm just doing the same thing again and again. But I guess a lot of brands these days don't have a lot of kind of imagination, but that's why when this palette came out, I was a bit like, this is a bit more interesting. Some of their new collections, they do have some really nice interesting stuff, but I don't want to like kind of order from them again anytime soon because it is so expensive, especially when you live internationally from LA, because obviously the shipping is different, takes different timings and everything like that. And I have said previously, there is a website called Beauty Boxes by Tammy, and they actually do have some of this collection on their website. So if you're watching this and you want to maybe test out something and not want to spend a lot of money ordering from LA, maybe check out their website because they might have a couple of things on there. I know they had the eyeshadow palette, but I think it might have sold out because they might have only had a small amount. So this is looking really nice. I might give it a minute just to settle in because it's obviously quite a sticky consistency, so I don't really know what to do in that minute, but as you can see it is super duper shimmery. I'm not sure what else I would do with it. Obviously you would add like a normal eyeshadow and then on top you put the jelly, so I'm just getting another wipe. I don't tend to use wipes that often, but when I basically do looks like this or do swatching, I always have these kind of with me just in case. But yeah, this seems to have dried down quite quickly, so we're going to go on to the eyeliner next, which I mentioned previously. It's called Kyber Crystal and it's a gorgeous blue, so I might give it a bit of a shake just to kind of wake it up a little bit because it's probably had a tired journey from LA. So yeah, let's just kind of get on with this, and it does pick up a lot of product, just got to be very careful. And yeah, I'm going to look down in my mirror because obviously I don't know what I'm doing, so let's see how this looks. Can you guys see? I hope so. I'm going to try and get on like as much as I can because I want to do like a nice eyeliner look. So let's see, it's kind of gliding on quite nicely. I would have thought maybe with the jelly shadow it might kind of hold back a bit, but it seems to be doing okay. I mean, at least the applicator is very soft, so it's not like a completely like tough bit of plastic, because I've used eyeliners in the past before and they've been so rough on my eyes. I think once I tried the e.l.f. one and it was not great. It wasn't a great experience using it. So only other eyeliners that I use tend to be the pen ones, but this so far is not bad. I do have to probably dip in quite a few times just to get any type of look to it. Okay. Alright. I wish they came out with some, I mentioned obviously this in the Darth Vader one as well collection, but they came out with more like kind of variety, so I wish they maybe did a blush or highlighters, like highlighters that were kind of, you know, reminiscent of lightsabers. That would have been pretty damn awesome. But I guess I don't work for their, you know, company, so I, you know, we can only give ideas and then maybe use it in the future. But anyway, talking about this eyeliner, it's not too bad. You probably can't see it that well, which is a bit annoying, but it is pretty pigmented. So this is the blue one. I think the other one might be like a gold tone, I'm not 100% sure. But you know what, I think everything in this collection is good. Obviously this eye look is a little bit stupid, but I'm only just trying to like try out how the jelly shadow looks before I drop it and break it. But yeah, this is the whole collection basically. I think my favorite thing has to be the eyeshadow palette because it's so stunning. I love those kind of those shadows, like the outer rim and the space pirate ones. I think they're meant to be like super shock shadows, like as like in a palette, which is so interesting because I think they should do that more often. But yeah, let me know what you picked up from the collection. If you like the idea, if you don't like Star Wars, you just don't give a shit, please let me know. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias because I'm always active on there. Hope you guys are doing really, really well, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.